What's up, my creators? Welcome back to the channel. Are you ready to learn how to make some absolutely fabulous t-shirt designs? Are you sure? Are you ready? Let's go. All right, my creators, we are on Etsy.com and I just typed in t-shirts at the top here to search, and we're going to go over to the filters because I want to make sure that we are looking at physical items and not any digital downloads. Okay, so I'm clicking on physical, and we are now going to see only physical items that are t-shirts. So as you can see, t-shirts sell. Seems like it doesn't matter what time of the year, t-shirts sell. Okay. If you look at in parentheses, the numbers, like for instance, this is 30.9 thousand, 73.3 thousand. This is just the number of reviews. And that is always just a portion of the actual sales. So you can imagine how many sales people get. But I always like to tell people it is all up to you. Remember, you've got to advertise, you've got to push, you've got to promote. Okay. So as long as you're willing to do that, you can have a successful print on demand shop selling t-shirts. I mean, it's wonderful. The numbers don't stop. Look at this. And the numbers don't lie. They're just really selling like, as my grandmother used to say, selling like hotcakes. So let's get started. I want to show you how you can make some really fabulous t-shirt designs as well. And we're going to use Canva to do it. So, creators, I am on Printify.com. And the reason I went to Printify first is because Printify is a really great print on demand store, actually. It's a platform where you can find so many different items. And I'm going to just kind of hover over the catalog, and you can see how many different things they have. I mean, they've got t shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts. Same thing in the women's clothing plus more. Then they've got kids' clothing, t-shirts, long sleeves, sportswear, bottoms. They've got some beauty items, coffees, supplements, which is new. They've got accessories, phone cases, bags, socks, hats, underwear, so many things, travel accessories, sports and games, face masks, and other items. And then in home and living, they have mugs, candles, glassware, bottles and tumblers, canvas. Those are the prints, the canvas prints, posters, postcards, journals, and notebooks, just so much more, home decor, so many different things. So after you do some research, you would decide what you want to sell. But for this particular video, I'm going to show you how to design for t-shirts. So right now, I'm going to go over here to where it says women's clothing, and I'm going to click on t-shirts. And when I do that, different items come up. Okay. So me personally, I love designing for V-neck t-shirts. I just love the way V-neck t-shirts look on women. I think they look so very feminine. And this is the unisex brand, which I think is a very good brand, but you'd have to decide for yourself. So with any item in Printify and probably whatever print on demand partner you choose, they would let you know what size design you need to make for that particular item. So if I click on here, it gives me a lot of information. It tells you that it's in the top rated providers list. It gives you information about the shirt itself. And if you scroll down, it tells you a lot more information. Um, let's see, the price, just where it comes from. They're located in the US. And you just keep scrolling down. It tells you a lot more information. It gives you the size guide, a lot of information about the item itself. Okay. So now we want to start designing. So if I click on start designing, this is where the magic starts because it's going to tell me what size I need to make my design for. Now, some people will tell you that you can just make an average size design for a shirt. And you can, because some of them will, you can kind of maneuver them around, but I like to make them specific to the item that I am designing. So this particular one, the print area is 4494 by 5093 pixels. Okay. So you want to just jot that down. And if you have a store and you're going to be selling different items, I would suggest that you know, when you get ready to design for your items, that you have a little list or something, a spreadsheet or a notebook or something, and just write down those print area size that you will be, or sizes that you will be designing for. That way, when you design, you don't have to keep going back to Printify or whatever platform you're using to find out what that size would be. So now we can go over to Canva and we're going to create a workspace in the 4494 by 5093 pixels. So here we are on Canva, and I am in the space where we would create a design, and I'm going to choose custom size, and we're going to make sure that the units selected is pixels. And now we're going to type in our dimensions that we need, 4494 by 5093. And this is what I told you to write down. So now we're just going to create that new design. All right, so here is our design. We've got the 4494 by 5093, and it's just a blank space here. And so now this is where we can start adding our elements and different things that we want to pull into the design. So it depends on what you want to create. If you want to do something that has a focal image on it, you can do that. So I'm going to go to my folder or my folders under projects here. And I have several women AI images that I created. You may recognize these over here that I just used in my last video. And let's scroll down and we're going to find something nice, and we're going to have some kind of sassy saying on the design. So I'm going to choose her, and I'm not sure if the background is transparent or not. It probably is not. And because this was an AI image, and AI images don't download with a clear background. They may have a white background, but it is not clear. So if I click on the background or the workspace here on Canva, and I change the color of the workspace, you will see that this background is not transparent. So I'm going to click on this background, and I'm now going to choose the background remover. And by the way, this is only available to pro subscribers, and you can tell that by the crown right here. All right, so now that this has turned to purple where it says BG Remover, we now know that the background has been removed. So now I can click on the workspace and I can just either hit my delete key, or I could have changed the background color back to white by choosing on the color wheel here for the background color. So I'm not sure what we're going to say or what we're going to do, but I'll tell you something that I love about Canva. It's the magic write. And I don't know if any of you have used that, but I love it because it's like a chat GPT. It's an AI tool, and you can ask it for, some ideas, some quotes and things like that, and it will spit them out for you. So let's check out the magic write tool. All right, my creators. So the magic write app is under text. So on the left hand side, if you click on text, you will see it appear here. So when you click on Magic Write, this is going to come up, and I'm going to, let's see if I can make this a little larger so that you can see. And so it is asking to describe, uh-oh, it went away. Let me go back to text, Magic Write. I want to collapse. Oh, every time I collapse the side, I guess the whole thing collapses. So we can't do that. So let me click back on Magic Write. Let me make it somewhat smaller. Okay. So it is asking you to describe your writing task in 5 or more words. All right. So I'm going to ask Magic Write to please give me a sassy, I'll say two. Let's see if it'll give me two. Please give me two sassy but inspirational sayings in with less than 5 words each for my t-shirt design. And then we're just going to hit generate, and it's going to generate some sayings. Okay, here's the first one: slay, then proceed. And the second one is boss up, shine on. Okay, I love that. So I'm going to insert, it's going to insert both of them. I don't need both of them, so I'm going to delete one of them. Okay, I like them both. So what I'm going to do is actually add a page, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to move it down to the second page so I can keep the other one just in case I want to use that later on. So let's say slay, then proceed. So I'm going to copy this, going to go back up to here, and I'm going to either do Control V, or you could just click on the three dots here, and or not the three dots, I'm sorry. You could right click and you could choose paste. All right, so here is our text, slay, then proceed. So not sure what font we want to use on that yet. We'll decide about that later. Right now, what I'm going to do, let's make this just a little smaller because I need a little more work room on my computer. Okay, so I love this picture. So now let's go back over to elements and let's find some background images for her. So let's type in green watercolor. Let's see what comes up. Let me type in green and gold. Let's see what may come up here. Okay, let's click on see all. And let's see what we've got here. I like that one. And I like this one. And what else? I love this one. Let's try that one. And maybe that one. I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm going to go to my position tab, click on layers, and let's move our focal image to the front. All right, cool. Got her to the front. Let's do this. Move this over. And sometimes for images like this, like the watercolor one, sometimes when you put them, when you upload it on a design to your print on demand platform, sometimes it will say that, you know, it's a transparent image, or it will tell you that it won't print correctly. It will print exactly as you have it on your design. But to the computer, it looks very light. So they're basically just letting you know, hey, this may not come out right. So what I usually do, I just duplicate it. So I duplicated it here. I'm going to move this one behind, and I'm going to select the two of them, and I'm going to right click, and now I'm going to align them to the top so that they're, oh, it didn't quite align correctly. Let's see. I want to align the elements. Let's see. I want to align them to the top. Okay, now they are aligned together. And I'm also going to group the two of them together so that when I move them around, they are together. Okay, I like this so far. All right, so now let's move our flower down some, and we might move this to the top. So, you know, you can move your images You can layer them by either right clicking and choosing layer here, or when you select any item on the page, you can go to position and the layers tab is here as well. And then you can just move things up and down as you want. So I'm going to maybe move that to the front a little. And I'm going to move it up some. Let's make it a little smaller. All right, so now for those of you who've been following me for a while, you know that I do not like when images cut off like this at the bottom. So my way of dealing with that, I think I'm still going to put this to the back, creators. Let me right click on this and let me just kind of put this backward or to the back. Yeah, we'll put it backward. Okay, so my way of dealing with it is I actually go over to the elements and I find something that will go on like the bottom of her shirt. So one of my favorite tools is this gold slash. And let me see if I can find the particular one. Here it is right here. All right, I'm going to have to make her somewhat smaller because we're going to have room for the text. All right, let's turn this around. And we'll probably make this a bit smaller. Okay. All right, cool. Now we're going to deal with the text. Okay. So obviously we want the text larger. And let's change the text. And by the way, for any of you who are new to Canva and learning Canva, Canva has a lot of free text that you can use, if you have a free version. If you have a pro version, you can use any of the fonts that have this little crown next to them. I have a pro version, so I like to use um, some of the fonts. Most of the fonts that I like are actually the pro ones, but there are some nice ones as well. Now, some of these I've uploaded, and I think that is a pro feature as well. I don't think you can upload them unless you have a pro version. All right, so I chose the font Gold Splash, and I think I may have purchased this font from probably Creative Fabrica. All right, so made that a little larger. Now what I might do is go to effects and I'll probably outline it. And let me change the color of the outline to, I think this pink. I love that. I want something that stands out. All right, so that stands out. I can pull this down somewhat and then I can make her somewhat bigger. Okay, let's pull that in a little. And I think I need a little gold glitter or specks. Let's see if gold specks comes up. Yeah, it does. Okay, so I'm going to just add a little gold speck in here. I'm going to make this somewhat smaller. I'm going to duplicate this, bring it down over here. I'm going to turn it some. I'm going to duplicate it again, and I'm going to put it at the top. I'm going to turn it so it's not so perfectly aligned with the one on the bottom. Let's turn it a little more. Okay, there we go. We duplicate it again, and I'm going to put it down here. And then this one I think will turn somewhat as well. Okay, there we go. I love that. Very, very pretty. And then if you're extra like I am, you could find maybe pink glitter hearts. And we want to find something that really, or I even like this. So these are making, this is what you call like making some really unique and different designs because um, people, people like unique things. And so that's very unique. I love that. And let's see if we can find another something pink and glittery. Okay, I like this one. Let's make this somewhat smaller. We'll put that up there. All right. All right. So now we have our design and we are ready to download this and then we're going to upload it into Printify. But when we download, you want to click on share right here. When you go to download, you want it to be a PNG, but you want to increase the size. Let's start with maybe 2.5. And we only want to download page 1. And we need a transparent background because we don't want this white. And now we're going to download it. All right, so we're back over on Printify. And so now I'm just going to go to this upload tab here on the left-hand side. And I'm now going to upload the file. And once I start uploading the file, if it is not too large, then Printify will start uploading it, and it is uploading it now. Okay, so it uploaded it and it's adding the file to the library. So once it does that, it will pop it into place. There it is. You see what I mean about designing it for the exact size? When you design it the exact size that the printer or your print on demand company or partner tells you that you need, you don't have to worry about trying to make it fit. You just have it in there and it fits perfectly. So this is showing it on a white t-shirt. And if you want to see it on a different color, and by the way, look at the resolution creators right here. You see it says high resolution 750. So we probably didn't even have to make it a number 2 when we downloaded it. We probably could have kept it at 1, but I always do that just in case, right? Just to make sure. So as long as it uploads it, it's fine. Okay. So now let's select the variants and let's choose black as well. I love that on black. So let's click on preview and now we can actually see the shirt. Love it, love it, love it. And now let's see it in the white. Love it. Gorgeous. So you see what I mean about making some really different and unique um, designs for your t-shirts. Very different, very unique. I love that. Who wouldn't buy that? So when you have designs that are made with individual pieces rather than just one flat design, you are able to manipulate it. And you know how we put the glitter on and the flower behind her and the green watercolor and the pink lips and the pink heart and the gold slash. When you buy individual design items, you're able to do that. So we could have done so many more things with just this one image. So we could go back to, if you had this image, you could put another different color behind her if you wanted to. You could mix in some red or some blue or whatever color you want, because each image or each piece of this design is separate. And I'll show you exactly what I mean. So I'm back on Canva at the design, and I'm just going to click on the 2 or on the plus sign here to duplicate the page. I'm going to go down here. This green, I'm going to change the color. This is something new in Canva. They used to not let you do this, but you can actually sometimes change the image color itself. So we'll see if that works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. So let's change this to blue and let's see if it works. It did work. Okay. Now let's change, let's see if the flower, if they let us change that. They don't let us change that. Wait, I'm not clicked on the right thing. Here it is. Yeah, no, we can't. Oh, yeah, maybe we can. Okay, let's see if we can change this green to that blue. Yes, see? Okay, but I don't know if I chose the same blue here. Is that the same blue? Yeah, same blue. Okay. Perfect, perfect, perfect. But we actually remember there were two of these. So I ungrouped them. So now let's make this one blue as well. Okay, click on the green and let's change it to the blue. We'll move this one back over. Try to get it directly on top. And then we could change this to the blue. Let's see, can we change this successfully? Yes, we can. Let's change that to blue. Oh, don't want to change both pieces of that. We have to leave some of that pink in there to keep the blue tone. And let's see if we can change these lips. Yes, let's see if it lets us change it to the blue. Yes, and then we just go down here and go to effects and we will change this to that same blue. See, so now you have two of the, if you wanted to make this again, you could just download this one as well. So you got that same design, but you've changed the colors, and you were able to do that because each of these are individual pieces, so you can move them around wherever you want. So if you wanted to put her on the side and then take the quote and put that on the side of her like that, you could do that. You could duplicate this, put this on the bottom. So many different things that you could do. You can make this a little larger if you want it. Put that down there. Make this bigger. So just so many different things that you could do, right? And all because you have individual image pieces that you put together, okay? So if I click on the row, the grid view, you can see each of your designs side by side, and you can see the difference. They're the same, but they're different. So that's the benefit of, creating your own images. You really stand apart from everybody else. It looks totally different. I love those. Absolutely love those. So here you go, 4 fabulous images. We've made 4 different t-shirts, all starting from one focal image, one AI image that you can use to make a beautiful, absolutely stunning t-shirt design. All right, my creators, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you got something from this video. If you did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I do read all of the comments. Remember, when you comment, make sure it's an original comment directly to me. When you comment on someone else's comment, I don't necessarily see those. But if you make an original comment, I will reply to your comments. Thank you again for joining. And remember, the more we create, the less we hate. And I will see you in the next video.